What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video today. Ooh, let me just put this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I want to talk about today a very controversial topic. Not controversial, but current event topic that's been happening recently, and it's been getting to my nerves. It's getting deep into my soul. Okay, because I am of the Gen Z generation. Okay, so I'm right around where people they started growing up with the internet. Now I grew up with the internet. Like the internet, like we were like, we were like this. Okay, we grew up as one. Okay, I saw like kind of the evolution of the internet, not from like broadband, but from broadband up. Like I haven't seen like fucking dial up and shit, but like the actual, like more of like the modern internet, how it grew. So I want to just talk about how they are going to censor the internet. Censor the internet. We are going to lose our freedom on the internet. So I understand. Let me give you the main bullet points here. There's actually going to be two topics I want to talk about today, but let's just hop into topic number one here. So we're going to be losing our freedom on the internet. The UK has recently passed the UK's Online Safety Act, which is pretty much the like censorship of internet. So you would have to like show identification for websites that they would deem like needing identification. So like stuff like pornographic websites, but then that also includes other websites such as Wikipedia and news resources. And pretty much what this allows the UK government to do is monitor and censor the internet. So by monitoring the internet, what they could do is you show identification, they could track anyone. And you might already be thinking, the counter argument, I haven't heard many counter arguments, but one counter argument I could possibly think of is like, well, if they wanted something, they could get it like no matter what. And I'm like, oh, okay. But you're not giving your IDs to just the government. You're giving it to like regular ass companies. Like, okay, let's say you want to play GTA Online. Now you got to give your ID to Rockstar Games. Okay, if Rockstar Games gets hacked, guess who sees all your IDs? And your ID, it has your address, date of birth, name. I mean, people could do a lot with that information. I mean, it's not just no itty bitty thing. Okay, so any one of those websites that get hacked, and they get. Your IDs could be you can be doxxed at pretty much any time if you have to show ID around the internet, because you don't know these companies' safety measures. Like, honestly, all these servers that are storing your IDs and stuff should be RAM-only servers. Like, so the second the server shuts down, immediately all the stuff gets deleted, because that's awful. I mean, that's just awful. I just can't believe how crazy the government has gotten. And mind you, there's been a petition with 600,000 signatures in the UK, and the UK already stopped it. They were like, oh, by the way, we're not going to change the law. It's just going to stay like that. Oh, okay, cool, that's cool. And it's spreading its way around the world. And you know what, to be honest, it's probably all coordinated. They probably all got up and was like, hey guys, what if we censor the internet? And this reminds me a lot of book burning. And if you guys don't know anything about that, like, pretty much around the World War II era of times, and all throughout history, really, but World War II is the one I know the best, where they were burning books so people wouldn't have information. And so there's actually, I forgot what library it was, but it went up in flames. Up in smoke, if you will. No? Okay. It went up in flames. And all those books are gone, and sadly, I think it was like the Ottoman Empire or something like that. But either way, there's actually a book about book burning called Fahrenheit 451. It's a very good book. It's an extremely short read. Just please read it, and you'll see. And it's pretty much the equivalent of that for the internet. So like, now the internet is now getting, you need ID, and that's just the first thing. The thing is people think it's not gonna stop there. Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? It's spreading. It's spreading, and it's spreading fast. It's going to Australia. It's going to your whole European Union. Most of Europe is now probably going to have it. Next thing you know, the U.S. might have it. The U.S. already is trying to pass a law about it. And I don't know how that's going to work. If people really, really care about their freedom, I would highly, you have to go insane. Go to every politician, no matter your political views. Who cares about your political views? Okay? Whether you're Republican, Democrat, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is your freedom. This is freedom. Okay, so I don't like to choose sides here because there's good and bad on both sides. So please be sure what you are voting on, what people are doing, because politics and your government, they don't want you to know what they're doing. They want you to stay distracted. So laws like this can pass easy speed. I just dropped my Snapple bottle. So laws like this can pass easy speedy without any reinforcement, without any pushback, no resistance. These laws are restricting your freedom. Your freedom. And this is how dictatorships are born. This is how one man countries are born. You see this type of laws and acts passed in countries like China, Russia, North Korea. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you understand what I'm saying now? These aren't just regular schmegular like countries, okay? Like no one, like, you saw what people, and this is a very modern thing. People have seen this. The Cubans. Cuba got taken over, and now look at Cuba now. This isn't like anything new. Like, this is how countries are become dictatorships. When they start controlling the people in their everyday lives. And they'll distract you by saying, oh, it's for the children. It's actually for the children. That's what it is. You see, the children, they can't be on the porn. Porn is bad for kids. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's why there is parent regulations and parent settings, parental control settings, on every mobile device, computer, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch. Come on, let's be for real here, okay? Like, come on, the jig is up. The jig is up. I saw this thing, and as a former mob captain, Michael Franzese, and he said the real mafia is in the halls of Washington, D.C., and I'm like, yes, this is the mafia. This is, like, people don't understand. The mafia was pretty much doing the illegal version of what the government is doing. Like, the government, what they're doing is just legal. They just label the mafia, and they're pretty much almost doing the exact same thing. It's just illegal. But they're doing the exact same thing. They're doing the exact same thing. The government doesn't want you to know something? Okay, they'll go out and make it a law. Oh, now you can't see this site. You're restricted to this. If your freedom on the internet is gone, do you know how much power the government gains by controlling the internet? That's so easy. People from across the country can unite together and form a group for anything, good or bad. Good or bad. And I'm not saying the internet, there's not bad things on the internet. Yeah, of course there's bad things, but there's also a lot of good things. That's why there's you don't have to make it so people have to ban the internet pretty much. No. What you do is you regulate the internet, and there's a whole, it's already being done. There's a whole thing about seeing all these websites and seeing all these things and taking down these websites. The FBI is already doing this. The companies are already doing this. It's not new. It's not. People are saying like, oh, these kids can't be going. Well, obviously not. Obviously not. Look, I'm one of those kids. Okay, I played GTA when I was like, I don't even know, in the second grade. I remember when GTA 5 came out and I bought it. I remember when I played Sleeping Dogs. I played all these games. I played Mortal Kombat. But I can guarantee you I was under the age of 10. And I turned out perfectly fine. There are a lot of kids like me, and there's a lot of kids who aren't like me. And to be honest, it's mostly on the parents. I had a good mother. There are some kids that don't have good parents. They get involved in their surroundings, and next thing you know, they're in a gang. And even with good parents, sometimes it still happens. It happens. It happens. I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing. How do you stop these things? There's parents. There's other procedures. There's not restricting your freedom. Restricting your freedom is not the way to fix these things. If anything, if you, let's say there's a cult, right, and like the KKK or something, and you, and you put all those guys behind bars, okay, and they technically, we're not doing anything wrong. They were just kind of spreading the good word of the KKK, which is this is a very strong analogy, but I just want to put this like in your head, okay? If anything, you put them all behind bars, and they were not doing anything illegal, they were just spreading the good word of the KKK, right? Then they would probably come out even more racist than what they came in before. And I'm not just talking about the KKK. I'll put that behind any ideology, anything. The way you fix these is you have a good system in place so people don't get caught up in these things to begin with. The system isn't by restricting your freedom on the internet and having harsh monitoring, having to show identification, all of this. That's not the way, that's not the method. So please, if you see anything like this, I know the U.S. is trying to pass it like this. I think the Screen Act has already been put into play. I'm not sure if it's a law yet or anything, but I think it's it's somewhere. I've seen the Screen Act. It looks crazy. I think the U.S. also has like the Child Safety Act and the Kids Safety Act. By the way, we have COPPA. You remember when YouTube got caught up in that thing where COPPA, oh man, how could I forget that? The something wars, the advertiser wars or something like that. Everyone remembers that. Okay, and that whole thing was bogus to begin with. But look, there's YouTube Kids, there's YouTube regulation. People can flag videos. YouTube already, like, if they see a kid video and there's no comments, COPPA exists. We have systems. Now, are they perfect? No. Could they be better? Yes. But by making them better, you don't have to restrict the internet and restrict your freedom. Again, freedom. Look, if people cannot communicate on the internet without censorship, like let's say I want to post on a forum and I want to say, dude, this major politician, yeah, bro, he's a bunch of baloney. I hate this guy. And then I get censored for that, and people have to show ID to see my post. That is insane. That is something you would see in more, I don't know, dictatorship countries that have a strong one-man leader that controls the country. So please, if we want to keep the internet alive, please, you have to. You have to vote. You have to call your local senator, mayor, congressman, whatever. And please tell them this is not good. Create a backlash while we still have the internet as free. And to be honest, do I have hope in this? No, I really don't. And it sucks because I want to have hope. Like, I really do. In my heart of hearts, I'm like, damn, man, I really hope this thing doesn't pass. But I really think it is going to pass. And if it does, you'll be hearing from me. Or maybe you won't. You probably need to show ID first. But you will be hearing from me. And I know I haven't posted to this channel in about a fortnight. But look, okay, I've been posting on other channels. This is more of just my personal channel and my personal thoughts. Next topic. Okay, so I told you there were going to be two topics. Next topic. See, so the government wants to restrict the internet. And what better way to restrict the internet with what you buy? Online shopping has been completely, at least for video games, completely destroyed. Now, if you were to go on Steam and, search up all the popular games, like, oh yeah, I want to play the new Final Fantasy. Oh yeah, I want to play fucking I don't know, COD. Why would you want to play COD? I don't know. Battlefield 2042. People are playing that game now. Mortal Kombat. Oh yeah, I can find those games and buy them. But you know, a little bit of indie games that were pretty good have been taking off of Steam because of the something shout at people. I forgot. There are a bunch of people in Australia, and I think they're like women, and I know I've seen people call them Karens. I don't know. Look, whatever the group is, you should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed. I cannot believe how stupid these guys are, because you just gave Visa, MasterCard and like pretty much just a clean slate, like an out, like, hey, look, look, you're perfectly okay for doing this. Go ahead. We want you to do it. We want you to censor our shopping on the internet. That's what we want. We love that. We love it. I love restricting purchases on the internet. So if you guys don't know, a bunch of people in Australia, I don't know, something Shout Act, whatever, or Shout Act, the Shout Group, whatever. They got together and they called up, they like spam called Visa, MasterCard, saying, look, these games, they're terrible, they're awful, they're awful, they're terrible. Let me do an Australian. Oi, they're awful, they're awful. They're all, oh, days. No, this is, hold on guys, let me get into character. Bring, bring, bring. Hello, this is Visa, Australia. How may I help you? Oh, you there? Are you the bloke in... Oh, yeah, I can't. I'm gonna just do UK. Are you the bloke in the Visa office? Oh, yes, I am. How are you? Oh, there's a bunch of games I'm looking at on Steam, yeah? And a lot of them have very nasty content. They must be taken off. I don't think we're obliged to do that, sir, but we'll get to you as soon as possible. Please hold. Bring, bring. Oh, hello. And it's pretty much every single Karen in Australia is doing that. And they all have British accents for some reason. And I don't understand how that worked, but it did. It worked. So now a bunch of games are getting taken off of Steam, not just Steam, other websites. itch.io. So a bunch of games are getting taken off of these websites because Steam is scared that Visa and MasterCard are going to pull their thing, and so now you can't use Visa and MasterCard on Steam. So of course Steam doesn't want that. I have a Visa card. Of course, people don't want you to. They want you to pay on Steam. They want you to use money on Steam. If you can't use Visa or MasterCard on Steam, then you can't pay on Steam. That's how most people buy stuff. They have a Visa or MasterCard. That's how most people buy stuff. So if you can use your Visa and MasterCard on Steam, and they're threatening to take away the rights to use the Visa and MasterCard on Steam, then Steam takes down the games. itch.io takes down the games. These websites take down the games. And it doesn't stop at games. It goes way beyond games. They could do this with anything they deem an offense. Or like, oh man, this might look suspicious. What is this? Communist propaganda? No, sir, that's actually the theory of relativity. Ban that. We're not gonna take that off of Amazon, and we're gonna. If you don't take that off of Amazon, then we're gonna restrict our Visa, MasterCard. Okay, yeah, you're right. No, that is communist propaganda. Let's take it off of Amazon. Yeah, hey Frankie, take that off of Amazon. Take that. Yeah, that one, right? Yep, you got it. Right, take that off. Take all of them off the shelves. I never want to see that again. Visa and MasterCard, and this is not the first time Visa and MasterCard has done scummy things, okay? Visa and MasterCard are always in lawsuits. Always. Because guess what? They want to they're their own mafia. They're their own mafia. The fact that they could do this without government permission, mind you, this is not anything to do with the government. These are their own companies. These are their own companies. Anything they do can determine whether it's available to purchase or not. Anything. Anything. You're going to have to be buying stuff out of a guy's van in the middle of Manhattan. because you can't find it anywhere else. Guys, this is insane. Now, there is a fight fire with fire movement going where pretty much they do this. Bring, bring, bring. Yeah, hello? Oi there! I saw you took down all these video games. I hate that. I hate you. How could you listen to them? You're so stupid, you. I hate you. And they hang up. Oh, weird call. Bring, bring. Oh, I saw it. And then it's that. So pretty much they're saying, hey, look, spam the phone calls, spam the emails, spam them, and make them known that we don't like that you took down all these things and that you listen to these idiots, these stupid idiots. That I don't understand how that even passed. No, it's not law, but I don't understand how that worked. It worked. What did the Karens think? And there are other people who are part of that shout movement, whatever, and now they're saying, well, actually, it's pretty bad. Can you not stop? Can you put these back off? Like, this is kind of weird. Like, I don't like it gets to a point, you know? Like, it really does. And I don't like how these things are like, or they're going down. It's almost like we did it. It's almost like you did it. So you know what? You should be ashamed of yourself. I don't care what you did. You're such a hypocrite. And look, I'm happy that you finally found the light. But you are such a hypocrite. You dug yourself your own grave. That's what you did. So anyone that is like converting to the light, look, God bless you, I love you, but like, come on, this is your own doing. You should be ashamed of yourself. I hope you are. I really do. I hope you are. I hope you are. Guys, I got a bit heated. But yeah, the internet is getting censored. We are losing our freedom to buy. We are losing our freedom to search. We are losing it. We are losing it. And it's not like there are already scummy things on the internet. The internet is filled with scummy things. Just one I could list off the top of my head. Games are getting removed because the servers are going down, and now you lose access to your games. Because you bought a license to the game, not the game. You bought a license to play the game. That's unacceptable. But it doesn't even light a mini bit lighter to the immense fire that has been happening in the world. The internet is one of the last bastions of hope where people can say whatever they want, do whatever they want in countries where that may not be completely permissible. Okay? In the US, it's perfectly okay to go out on the streets and, just say whatever. Okay? Like, it's perfectly okay for people to just be loud on the streets. That's not illegal. It's not. It really isn't. Unless, like, you're loitering or something. But, like, if people are just out on the streets, no one cares, okay? No one. It's normal. It's the U.S., okay? Like, people can say and do whatever they... Well, okay. I'm going to say and do. But they can... As long as it's not hurting or, like, a crime. Like, guys, let's go rob this bank. I know the perfect plan. And like, yeah, okay. And if you're not inciting harm, like, dude, I'm gonna literally bomb this building. Like, okay, yeah, buddy, like, some legal action could be done there. But like, dude, if you just say, dude, I really like, honestly, the state of Montana is one of the worst states ever. And then you say that while you're a Montanian. I don't even know what people from Montana, what they call themselves. I prefer that they don't exist. I like to think that. And they're like, oh, you're in Montana, buddy. You can't be saying that. And they arrest you. What is this Gestapo KGB that we're slowly forming? Okay? Because the FBI and CIA, I mean, they've done a lot of scummy things. Don't get me wrong. Look. No one is saying that they don't do scummy and bad things, but this is a whole new thing. And they want people to think that this is like normal. And people already do. People already, like, they don't think. They just give away their information all willy-nilly all the time. When people see ID, they're just like, oh, okay, I guess new law came in place, I'm going to show my ID. And then they're going to show the ID. And next thing you know, that ID is going to be stored on a server. And next thing you know, that server is going to be hacked. I hope you know this is going to create a whole new market for cyber criminals. Like, this is like a whole new market Because now all they have to do is just hack those servers, and bada bing, bada boom, you get access to all of these IDs. It's so easy. It's so easy. It's easy. I eat it for breakfast. That's how easy it is. Because all you could do is just go to these lower companies like that don't really have good security and just hack those. You don't even have to hack the big guys. And if you do hack the big guys, but you get a jackpot. I mean, the amount of IDs that are probably stored on there, oh my. So look, guys, don't let any of this stuff happen, okay? Please, please, I beg of you, please, go to your local congressman, go to your local mayor, go to your local governor. Like, there's nothing I could say and do for you to actually do it, but please go out there and do something. This is one of the worst offenses I've seen in my lifetime. My lifetime. No matter what political party you associate yourself with, it doesn't matter. This is freedom. This is freedom. If you don't want the biggest countries in the world to turn into dictatorships, then please, I beg of you. I beg of you. Not only that, look, know your history or be doomed to repeat it. This is what's happening. History is repeating itself. It really is. It's repeating itself. It's like we're in a never-ending loop. It's just new things are happening. Like, okay, instead of you're restricting books, now you're restricting internet. Where people get most of their knowledge and information from the internet, because the media that the government provides to you is all wrong. No one watches or does anything. Everyone knows it's fake. When you hear the government speak to you, any government, it's not just the U.S. government, any government, you have to take it with a grain of salt, no matter who's speaking. No one's 100% truthful. Everyone you hear on the internet, you think like, oh man, are they saying it's true? Are they saying it's true? More times than not, they're telling a truth lie. They're saying part of the truth and part of a lie. Please. The government isn't being real with you. The only people that are being real with you are people like me. And I'm not saying this to be like, I'm the Messiah here, but please, like, I'm being real with you. There are a bunch of other YouTubers that are being real with you, okay? A bunch on this platform. That's why YouTubers and podcasters and their own independent news sources and media are getting more views and likes and like attraction than the actual big media sources, because they don't lie to you. They don't lie. People like this, people in our government, they lie. That's their job. They have to lie. That's how they got there. They did it by lying. And I'm not saying they're not good politicians. They are. There are. But I'm saying that more time than not, they're lying to you. Okay? And there's a lot of bad ones. I would say there's more bad ones than good ones. So, please. Please, please, please. 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 Go to your local congressman, go to your local governor, go to your local mayor, go to your local any politician, and tell them, look, what you're doing right now it's unconstitutional, and this is unacceptable. So please, get out of my life. Like, just get out of here. It's not gonna work, buddy. It's not gonna work on me. You can work over there. Can work on here. Okay, can't work over here. I'm specifically talking about U.S. The UK, I don't. They're completely screwed. They're screwed. So I'm sorry. Like, anyone who lives in the UK, come over to the US. Come over to the East Coast. Come over to New York. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have a kumbaya over here. Believe me. I'm joking, please. But yeah. So, guys, no comment. This is like this. I haven't been this mad in forever, and it just feels terrible because I know I can't do anything about it. Well, you could go to your local. Go to your local congressman, go to your local mayor, go to your local governor, local politician. But, no matter how much I do that, I have a feeling that not enough people are going to do it, and that it's probably going to get passed. That's just my feeling. It's my gut feeling, and I don't want to believe it. I really don't. So, guys, please, I beg of you. I'm begging, hands and knees right now. I'm begging. Hear me pounding my chest. That's how passionate I am about this. Okay? Please, you can't let this pass. You can't. Even if you don't think it's a bad thing, why would you want them taking your ID? Like, even if you don't care if they have your ID, why would you even want that? It's another layer of information that they have on you. Please. Please. You can't let this pass. You can't. See you guys in the next one.